I think the Budding Out is Beautiful project came out from the idea that what can we do that would get people talking, get people thinking, and something that really reflected what was happening here in Iqaluit with smoking. So the idea came about that why don't we pick up all the cigarette butts that we see everywhere on the ground in Iqaluit, and that's literally everywhere.
Okay, so same rules as always, guys. Stick together. I'll give you guys a glove. No
Last type of glove.
No running, right? No smoking.
So there's a really large number of people who smoke here in Nunavut, more than twice the average in Canada. 54% smoke here in Nunavut, but it's even higher among Inuit, so you're looking at 64 to 71% of Inuit over the age of 15 smoke, which is a very large number, even compared to other Aboriginal communities, which is around 50% in other provinces.
Jason!
Okay guys, let's go back over ground. Let's go. Oh.
And even with the cigarette butts, like if youth and kids see cigarette butts around everywhere and they're watching people smoke outside schools, outside government buildings, outside the supermarket, outside the store, you know, and even outside their homes, you know, or inside with their parents, what kind of message is that? And how do youth just seem to think, you know, learn from their surroundings and just seem to think that that's part of daily life.
What did we learn though about how many chemicals are in cigarettes when the smoke comes out? 4,000 when the smoke comes out. What about in the butt on the ground?
600.
How many are being let out into the
430 minutes for the smoke.
And so how many chemicals are we probably saving from going into the ground?
Maybe
in each bucket.
Maybe like 1 million.
Yeah, maybe like a million. Right? Ugh, I wish you could smell. Ugh.
So this art project is part of our larger campaign called Tobacco Has No Place Here. The youth here are using the cigarette butts that some of them picked up, and they're making a dramatic sculpture out of the butts.
I'm here because I thought this would be interesting, and it's a really cool thing to like join in on.
I thought it was a good idea because a lot of people in my hometown, well, ages 5 to elders, they all smoke. So I thought it would be a good idea if, I don't know, they saw me on TV and decided to quit smoking.
We have a little electric motor underneath it, so it rocks backwards and forwards by itself. Behind it there's going to be 2 wall hangings made of fabric, but with designs which you guys are going to design.
So the project that we're doing here is quite conceptual. It's sort of more or less like a piece of theatre, and it's creating an atmosphere and a feeling as much as actually sending a message. So it's there's going to be some song in it and movement. Like with the crib is going to be slowly rocking backwards and forwards in time with the singing.
Like the smoke, like come up and like swirl around the top. My grandparents both smoked for their years, for their life. That's all I knew. And recently, after 40 years of smoking, they've stopped, and they're a lot healthier, as I'm showing. It means a lot, yeah. Just to know that they can take charge and stop smoking and just prove to others that it's capable, and, like, you're capable of stopping, and not just to prove that you can. I think they stopped because it affected them and people around them, and to help improve their health.
I'm here because it's art and I love art. And it's about cigarettes, so like cigarettes is killing all these people. And there's a lot of smokers. So yeah, I joined it because it's art and kind of helping, I think.
Well, up here in Ttäkäsi are painting the cradle. I think it's white because it'll make the colors definitely pop out more.
I don't smoke because it's gross and I'm in a basketball team, so I don't want to slow down and stop and just stay there for a bit and then catch my breath. Cigarettes has all these chemicals, and seeing these people what they're doing to themselves, and like that's not really healthy.
I think the earlier that you start smoking, the more chances you have of getting cancer when you're older if you carry on to smoke. I think it's because they try to be cool, and for older people I think it's more of a stress related thing.
I'm not a smoker because, I don't know, it just didn't seem like a good idea ever. I tried like 1 or 2 puffs and I almost puked from it, but that's as far as I'm going. Like, some people do it to look cool, but I don't know. It's their life. I'm not gonna try to rule their life when I can hardly control mine. My parents used to smoke, I don't know for how long, but since I was like 7. But my dad had to quit because he had a heart attack and he had to quit. And my mom wanted to make it fair for him, so she would quit too, because my mom's like that. So they haven't smoked since I think 2009, 2010, and they've gotten a lot better. And of course, they don't spend lots of money on cigarettes, so we have a bit of extra cash here and there.
My grandma died a while ago by smoking. They found cancer. I am a smoker, and I started smoking because I got tempted to. And I want to quit because I'm tired of being lazy and I want to be more active. And yeah, I don't like smoking. I got sick. I'm sick of it. And I'm like, it's sad seeing all those like little kids taking butts off the ground and buying smokes off of people. It's just sad.
Of the goals. Okay, goal. We have goal. It should be go. So, did everyone need a donut? Oh yeah. No. You did.
There's a crib, and I drawed on it, and now I'm putting cigarette butts all over it. There's a flop right here, and right here. That's not done yet.
I'm finishing up the inside of the crib, interior, and I'm gluing and then sticking the butts that we rolled out.
Right now I'm spreading glue. For the letter A.
We need more time, obviously.
Ready to.
Finding out is beautiful!
Hey!
I think smoking is bad. I mean, it kills you, and it kills people around you, and yeah. I don't smoke personally, because I don't think I could handle smoking. It's also super gross. Both my father and my grandmother smoke, but everybody else in my family I think doesn't.
I think the effect that it's having on the participants, or the young people making this piece is quite interesting, because they seem to be talking about smoking and various aspects of smoking, even people who smoke amongst them.
There are as many as 600 chemicals in cigarettes.
But in the smoke there's 4,000, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, what is the addictive drug in tobacco? Nicotine.
True or false? 10 years after quitting smoking, the risk of lung cancer is cut in half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, true. That's a fun fact, eh? One of my faves. Cool.
I initially thought it would just people, so the people who were coming to help make it would be just into the art side of it, but there's some really people who feel very strongly about smoking, and they've been discussing all the different aspects of it amongst themselves, which I thought was pretty good. And there's a lot of enthusiasm for that kind of a investigative thinking and discussion which has been going on as they've been making these things.
So we're hoping through this artwork, this sculpture, to be used sort of an educational piece. We hope to show through a very visual and interactive way the ways, just how much people are smoking, just how many cigarette butts are around, and that there are so many that we can actually put together this artwork. And we hope beside the sculpture, the artwork, we can put a fact sheet, with the amount of chemicals that are just in that sculpture, how many cigarette butts we used, and in that way people can learn more about smoking and learn more about the effects and the impacts that it has in their bodies and also in their community, and hopefully get people talking about it, quitting, and really trying to push tobacco out of the community, out of their families, out of their lives, in a very educational way.
What art is about, it doesn't necessarily try and illustrate something and give messages directly. That's what it does. It tries to open you up to looking at things in different ways. And in this case, it's it's wrapped around smoking and tobacco use.
Hopefully, it'll be a good message for people to stop smoking.
When the piece is finished, I hope the same sort of thing will happen. That it'll, that, you know, people, it'll spark some sort of some discussion about the whole thing.
I think this project will be good because people will see it and they'll be like, oh, and not know what to say, but they'll get the message of it.